Next minute, minute 15. Let's go. So I plan on pushing out a few minutes today. Hopefully I will do at least minute 16 and minute 17. So if you have the workbook, let's fingers crossed I knock those out today, okay? But if you do not have the workbook, please go grab the workbook. The link, all of that great stuff is below. Join me on this workbook study. If you want a more personal study with the concepts, check out my course, okay? That information is below as well. So let's get started with the very first problem. 4 times 4 times 4 is 16. Done, done, done. If you need your multiplication grid chart, your timetables chart, whatever you use to build your fact fluency, please have that handy, okay? So next question, number 2. 5 boxes of pencils with 10 pencils per box equal how many pencils? So you all know I love a good visual. We got 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are 10 pencils in each box. 10 pencils here, 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 here. Okay, so I quickly see that this is 10 times 5, or you can say 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, and that gives you 50. So there's a total of 50 pencils. All right. Up next, we have if 18 divided by 3 equals n, then what is the value of n? 18 split into 3 groups, or 18 divided by 3 is 6. And how do I check it? I can check it by working backwards. If 18 divided by 3 is 6, then 6 times 3 should give me 18. And it does. All right. Next up, let's look at number 4. And I'm going to share a little shortcut for this. Okay, 70 times 70. I'm going to focus on the 7 times 7, which is 49. But I can't forget my zeros. I have 1 0 here and another one here, so I need to add those 2 zeros to my answer, giving me a final answer of 4,900 or 4,900. All right. As always, let's clear out all of our hard work so we can grab the problems on the bottom. Let's see. Here we go. And we're up. Problem number 5, the product of 6 and 3. As I say always, the key to understanding these type of problems is to understand the key word product. Product means to multiply. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So the product of 6 and 3 is asking you to multiply 6 times 3, and the answer is 18. Okay, next up. As you all can see, if you have been with me since minute 1 study, the problems are getting progressively more and more challenging, right? Just building those skills you need to do well in middle grades math. All right, here we go. So for this one, 2 to the second power plus some unknown number, we can call that number x, variable x, is equal to 9. So the very first thing I would do, let's break down 2 to the second power, which means 2 times 2. We know 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to rewrite this problem. 4 plus x, our unknown value, is equal to 9. Okay, so I know I can do the inverse of this problem. I can actually set it up. We call it a one-step equation. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to start on the left-hand side because that has the variable that I'm trying to solve for. And I'm going to do the opposite of a positive 4, which would be to subtract 4. Okay? And that leaves me with x is equal to 9 minus 4, which is 5. So let's plug it back in to check it. We're going to plug it back in here, right? And let's see if it works out. if x is equal to 5, that means 4 plus 5 should give us 9. Let's view it as two sides. What's 4 plus 5? 9. Is 9 equal to 9? Yes, that checks out. Okay, always check your work. All right, next up. Seems like we got to figure out a pattern here. Let's see what we have. It's not multiplying by 4. I see that, okay, could we be, let me see, adding 3. Let me see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here we're adding 3. Here we're adding 5. And here we're adding 7. So looks like we are adding the odd numbers. Because you have 1, then you add 3, then you have 4, then you have 5. And then we add 9, then we add 7. So to move from, we should be adding 9 here. Because there's going up by 2. Can y'all, I hope you all can see the pattern. As I said in one of the videos, I offer this workbook study as a course, but depending on where I am in the course, I might be viewing these problems for the first time with you here on YouTube. And I actually like it that way because you get a chance to experience real time, real breaking down of a problem. A lot of times, you know, if I view the problem ahead of time, I already, of course, know the answer. So it might not allow me to really break down the problem the way I need to break it down because I already know the answer. I hope that makes sense. But when I don't know the answer ahead of time for certain problems, especially when it comes to a sequence or a pattern, you can really see and hear how I process the problem. And I really do love that. Okay, so here to this 16, I'm going to add 9, which would be 25. And then I'm going to add the next odd number, which would be 11. Making this 36. And then I'm going to add the next odd number, which would be 13, making this 49. Squeeze it in there. Okay. All right. Next problem, number 8. 15 split into groups of 3 would be 5. That's like saying 15 divided by 3. We also view this as an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than the denominator. So 15 divided by 3 will give you 5. All right. Next up. 5 tricycles have how many wheels? Okay, another opportunity to do a visual. 5 tricycles. I'm going to put 5 circles here to represent my 5 tricycles. Now, it's a tricycle, so I know it's going to have 3 wheels. Let me get a different color. It's going to have 3 wheels. So this tricycle has 3 wheels. This one has 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, I see that it's easily 3 times 5 because there's 3 wheels on each tricycle. So I should have a total of 15 wheels. Or you can say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which shall also give you 15. Done and done. All right, not quite. One more problem. And I'm going to translate this expression 5 squared plus 10 is equal to some value. Once again, the trick to these problems, well, not a trick or the process, the way you solve these problems is to understand what certain words mean. You have to understand what square means, what plus means, right? In order to translate it correctly. Now I'm going to keep doing the work over here. I know 5 squared means 5 times 5, which is 25, and I am running out of workspace, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace this with 25 since I just did the work on the side. Okay. And then I just need to add 10. 25 plus 10 will give me 35. So 5 squared plus 10 is equal to 35. And we are done. As I mentioned earlier, I plan on pushing out some more minutes today. So if you are joining me on this study, be on the lookout, set your alerts so you can join me. And I think I mentioned this before. If there is a workbook study that you would love for me to do here on the platform, message me, let me know. I will look into it because my goal as an educator is to bring you what you need to master mathematics. All right. So I will see you on the next video. All right. Bye.